It's
more
like
painful when you go that way? Or?
Tight.
Okay. There you go. How did that feel?
Like a release of tension for sure.
Good, and you weren't even feeling it in that spot apparently.
Yeah.
And then open all the way. And then all the way. Good. Off happens through this joint, so we're gonna lift that. There. You probably wanna stop wearing heels after that. Guys, I went through them quick, but let's have you walk and just see how that feels as you move.
I mean, I feel great all around now. Like.
What is going on, crack addicts? Welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be posting a wide variety of chiropractic adjustments from some of your favorite chiropractors with some new additions. Also, all of their links will be in the description. That's where you can check them out directly. Now, let's get into it, and I'll see you on the next one. Next up, we have Dr. Matt Delgado.
Natasha, what's going on? What brings you in?
So I'm a little bit broken, guys. I'm feeling some discomfort in my shoulders, mostly stiffness in my hips and lower back, which are apparently doing the rest, like knees. We don't know if it's ankles yet. So yeah.
Look down for me, chin to chest. Good. And then look up all the way as high as you can. Good. So right there, if we see how far back her head goes, and you can relax your neck. Too much motion, and what we see with that, called hypermobility. Do you pop your own neck?
I do.
Okay. The difference between a chiropractor adjusting a neck and someone doing it on their own is we're just getting that one spot where the bone's stuck and it needs to move, not everything else. So this way, we'll have you bend ear to shoulder. We'll go both sides. There, and that's where that tightness shows up. Do you feel that?
I do.
Yes.
On this side.
And how does that feel? Is it more painful when you go that way? Or?
Tight. Like I can't go further, otherwise I am straining.
Okay.
So.
And then we'll show the mid-back motion sides as far as you can rotate. There you go. And then to the other side. Good. So you feel that also. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we did this off camera too, and so you feel that stiffness. Or
yeah, I do.
Have we look at some stuff on your spine. Next, let's have you lie face down, please. And we're gonna check your spine for motion. So, and see what we can feel. So check in here first, your leg length. And what did you told me, Natasha, that you've been told that you have one leg that's
longer than the other?
Yeah, and the people at home there, if you're watching this, we can see that. So when that happens, then it'll change the leg length. So I'm gonna feel for motion, and yeah, that right side especially. Any tenderness there?
No.
Okay. And you don't feel that at all, huh? That pressure when my hand's there? Especially compared to that left side?
It's hard to say, honestly.
Yeah, so you don't always feel these things or that pressure that's there. It's better if we do feel them, because we know they're there. And then here in the mid-back, when we had her rotate her body and it wasn't rotating, pretty painful? Or how would you describe that?
It's painful, but like still tolerable, you know, not something that I would think would be a huge issue.
Okay. So here in the lower part of the neck, yeah, and more so on the left side, you feeling that? Where my thumb is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where a lot of people will describe that as knots, if you feel like there's almost knots in your shoulders. So this, where we sit, that right side of this bone here called the sacrum, that's the problem spot. There's no motion there, and it's moved out of position on that right side. So we're gonna make an adjustment there first. The very bottom of the neck or the upper back, and I would put my thumb on that left side. We're gonna move it here, and then that very top bone on the right side. So those four, I'll walk you through everything as we do it. Anything that scares you about seeing chiropractor? I always like to ask before someone's first adjustment.
No, like you said, I do have a low pain tolerance, so it's hard for me to determine like whether it's worth coming in or not, just because it's not something that, you know.
That really bothers you.
That really bothers me, yeah.
I'm gonna bend the top leg, and we'll keep the bottom one straight. Good. And just like that, good. And then cross the arms here. I'm gonna roll your whole body toward me. It's gonna feel like I'm gonna drop you. Here it move, okay?
Okay.
And then I got you. There you go. Good.
Wow.
How'd that feel?
Like a release of tension for sure.
Good, and you weren't even feeling it in that spot apparently.
Yeah, I wasn't,
which
but.
is good. Good. And then I'm gonna be right there. Big breath in for me, please. Good, let it all go. There you go, a little push at the end. Soften your arms, I got you. There.
Oh. I definitely don't pop myself like this.
Or would be the difference between like what we're doing and maybe what you'd be doing at home?
It's kind of like a deeper pop, like when you know the difference between a deep stretch and like a stretch that isn't as deep. It's kind of like that, but in terms of releasing the tension in my back. So
this is where we are, and you can stay just like that. I'm going to lower this. Now we're going to be on the neck. So the one on the low neck, good. We're going to be right there. So that spot, you were feeling that. I'm going to bring the head this way and just soften your neck. I got you, little push there. Good.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not used to this.
Oh, as I put my hands there now too, does that feel different or like there's less pressure there?
Yeah, definitely less pressure. No, it's not.
And we're going to be on that top bone right here on the right side. Soften your head. There we go. Good. Got jaw problems too, yes?
Yes.
So a lot of jaw problems come from the bone we just adjusted, but we want to see if there's truly a jaw problem also. I'll have you slowly open your jaw. Good, yeah, it's moving side to side. Open all the way now. Okay, and close. And then open one more time. And close. So I'm feeling for the motion of the jaw, and that left side is actually not moving. Okay, we're gonna make an adjustment on the jaw though, because it's not moving. Well, how long have you had pain in your jaw?
Actually, this is recent. I started to notice it starts to lock a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Trouble opening also?
Yeah.
Okay. And clicking or popping at all also?
Yeah.
Okay. So all common signs, but again, common yes, normal no. And there's a true problem in the jaw. So we are gonna make a correction there.
Okay.
So with that, I'll have you just slowly, just barely open your jaw, and I'm gonna make a little push here, and you're gonna feel that move on the left side. There we go. All the way, good. And then close. And then open all the way again. Good, and then close. Good, so it's not shifting so far to the left.
Yeah.
It's moving straighter as it opens. And doesn't always make a noise. We don't always hear a release with it, but it moved really well, and that's what we want.
So overall week.
So feeling for her hip motion in the front. Yeah, and there's a front joint to the pelvis. We call it the pubic symphysis, or the pubic bone, where it joins up. And you did like actually strain your groin, correct? And
yeah.
Was it playing soccer?
Consider that painful.
Okay, so she's saying that definitely is. And that's me moving the femur through, there's a ball and socket joint, and when it gets caught up in there, it's not moving on that inside part. So I'm gonna just introduce some motion to that and get that moving. You're gonna feel the table drop like that. It sounds loud.
Okay.
But it's just a light push down here. You okay with that?
Yeah.
One more there. It's better as it goes through there. Does that hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt as bad. It's I still do feel like a pinch kind of.
Yeah, and it's something that's been there for a while, so that's something that's going to take time, but that's starting that healing process right on that hip, and it's going to feel a lot better. It might be sore after this first correction. Take your socks off for me, please.
Okie dokie.
And let's check them. So there's more bones in one foot than your whole spine, but same principles. If the joints stop moving, they'll become painful over time. So moving them through their motion, this foot, your right one doesn't move as far this way.
It doesn't?
No, and then on the outside also, that might be a little tender.
Yeah.
Does it feel different than this side?
Yeah.
Yeah. So more going on that foot there. So we're gonna make a couple adjustments. This one on the outside is called the cuboid. You're gonna feel that move. A little more. There we go. There we go. And YouTube will like that. You know why? Because there's a crack. And the first one moved well too, but there's no noise. This one you got a noise. Everyone's happy. And then here on top, and this one should make YouTube happy too. You might hear a little noise with it. A few nerds watching, so that's for them. Okay, good. So no noise. Sorry, people, but
I felt it though.
there we go. That's what we want. And then here under your big toe, common in athletics too. Same thing from all the sprints or pushing off happens through this joint. So we're gonna lift that. There.
I also wear heels like every day, so I'm sure that's not great.
Yeah, it's not at all. And same thing, it puts a ton of pressure on that joint. Actually had a picture of an x-ray of a foot in a high heel floating around the internet. I'll show you. It's,
oh God.
yeah, you probably wanna stop wearing heels after that. Okay, more on the heel there. Okay, good. So let's have you walk, please. We made a few adjustments on both sides. I went through them quick, but let's have you walk and just see how that feels as you move.
I mean, I feel great all around now. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like a brand new person.
Good.
If you made it to the end of the video, guys and girls, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe for more.